For 50 years, the EDQM, an organization part of the Council of Europe, has been contributing to protecting and promoting public health in Europe by implementing and monitoring the application of standards for medicine and their safe use. Since its beginning, the Council of Europe has adopted numerous recommendations covering ethical, social and scientific aspects of blood transfusion. It works closely with the European Medicine Agency and national control authorities.
In 2013, the EDQM, PI and the University of Munich organized an event with representatives from 36 countries.
The objective of this meeting was to establish minimum standards of care for hemophilia.
The meeting resulted in several recommendations which were published in the Scientific Journal of Haemophilia and put forward to the ministers of the Council of Europe for endorsement.
In April 2015, the ministers of the Council of Europe, through the state parties to the European Pharmacopoeia Convention, adopted a resolution recommending to European governments to step up the promotion of 6 recommendations.
I urge European governments to implement these recommendations without delay to ensure a better quality of life for all people with haemophilia and related bleeding disorders in Europe.
A system like an advisory body should be established, which would include the health ministry, clinicians, payers, regulators, and patient representatives, amongst others, to make multidisciplinary and optimal decisions for treatment and care.
The minimum factor VIII consumption level in a country should be 3 international units per capita. Below this amount, joints and muscle damages and deaths are more likely.
Decisions on whether to adopt new product should not be based solely on cost. It is paramount to have a long-term perspective and to take into account criteria such as product's quality, safety and efficacy.
Prophylaxis is a real investment in terms of costs and bleeds saved. It should be provided in individuals when required and for children with inhibitors who have failed or are not suitable for immune tolerance therapy. This is to avoid pain and disability.
For patients with rare bleeding disorders, single-factor concentrates should be used whenever possible. As many as 30% of patients with rare bleeding disorders are treated with non-specific products. This situation is unacceptable and needs to be rectified.
Unfortunately, in many European countries, severe disability and sometimes death are still a daily reality, and sometimes well-established inadequate treatment levels are being threatened due to financial pressures.
These recommendations form a roadmap to adequate comprehensive care, to dignity, and to reaching the goal of a better quality of life for all people with haemophilia in Europe.
These recommendations should be implemented without delay, and more importantly, they should be maintained no matter what changes in government, political orientation, or political priorities come along.